Major Suman, his challenge, that it is going to be a rural school that is going to win the contest. That would be, and I think he's absolutely correct. We have to find a way of making sure that all sorts of, that, you know, we must be able to open it up to rural schools and others who don't have internet connectivity, and that's very good advice.
Absolutely.
Are you hoping that he's going to deliver on his commitment that a rural school will win this?
I mean, personally, you know, if you do that, I mean, if one of the rural school does win, I think it's going to be fantastic. Having said that,
there is no if.
I disagree. I'm pitching for my school. I mean, I really wish you win and one of your school wins, but I will be pitching for my school, as will be Sushant for his school. I mean,
but good, the more the competition increases, the better it is for all of us.
So all of you need to compete for the second place. I'm sure my school is going to go for the first place. Yeah. That's for sure.
Your school is going to go for the first place.
Absolutely.
Which school is that?
Okay, maybe I have to say my school or my daughter's school. You know, they are different schools.
Okay, fine. So one of those schools is going to win.
Yeah.
The one which you're pushing for, he said it. But let me go to Jane Kotian, who's here actually from Bombay Scottish School. Can I send the mic? Yeah. Let me just pass the mic down. Yeah. Do you want to take up the challenge? Where's Jane?
Right here.
Ah, there. Yeah. Come here, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Come to the front. Come, sit, please. Yeah.
Okay.
So you heard the challenge, rural school is going to win, or do you think that, is this a sort of a challenge that you think will get children, even in cities like Mumbai? Sometimes people feel that children are apathetic, they don't want to do too much for a social cause. Do you think challenges like this will help motivate them?
Definitely. I think competitions is what edges all the passion in our children. Though they are very nice and sweet on the exterior, you have to see them during examination time. And especially if you pit these brilliant minds, one school against the other, only the good will come out. But let me say one thing. When it comes to children and competition, they are not enemies per se. I'm sure all of these kids behind understand what it is for a child to come from a rural background, no connectivity, no sanitation, no water. I'm sure deep down all these children are hoping that a rural school does win. Yes, are you with me, everyone? There you are.
No,
so competition or no competition,
I would still hope that they're going to try and win.
Yes, of course
they should try and win and then set the
they
bar
are
higher.
They are going to put up a very strong fight, every one of them, including the school that I come from. We are Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society, so we sound very, very noble. But yes, we are going to put our best foot forward and hope for the best to happen. But and yes, we are rooting for all our rural schools as well.
And do you already have thoughts about any of the aspects of the challenge? Cleanliness, fighting against mosquitoes?
Yes, absolutely. All of these are very, very vital. In fact, many of these are also being carried out in a subject like SUPW, which is like an essential subject in most schools. So very recently, in the month of February, my 9th standards went to this village in Lonavala, and they did carry out a small aspect of the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And they came back reformed. In fact, for a whole week later, the classrooms were super neat. I didn't have to frown and roll my eyes at them at all. But they came back very humbled.
I'm a little worried about for a week later, this
yes, like
what happened after 1 week?
Yes, like Mr. Sushant says, that commitment as a community. As one person, maybe I am convinced and I will do a lot of things, but the same kind of convincing, if I can get everyone to think alike, imagine that mass consciousness and where it is going to lead us. So I think this is phenomenal. A platform like this was the need of the hour. So thank you, NDTV. You've given us a platform. Now you see my heroes rising up in challenge. Yes.
And Sushant, we do hope that the impact will last more than a few weeks.
It will, because as everybody knows that all these students are intelligent enough to understand why are we doing what we are doing, and when we get the why right, most of the times we get it right.
All right, we have with us children from the Citizens Association for Child Rights. Where are they? Yeah, there they are. So let me just talk to you, because you've been working with BMC schools in areas like of health and cleanliness for quite some time, right? Long before this competition actually came up. Would you like to share with us some of your experiences? What did you find? What are the message you were giving people?
Yeah, sure. Like this is a
T-Guelph, which is one of the primary education and leadership foundations in the country, also closely associated now with the Global Citizen, which is the group that was behind that Coldplay concert last year. So why don't you tell us how you think young people can actually make an impact?
Absolutely.
And how it's going to tie in with some of what we're talking here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Chandra, for your kind words. I think I'd like to reiterate the words of Emma Watson when she spoke at the UN. She said, all young people around the world must ask themselves three questions. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? And, oh yeah, well, a lot of people know that. Emma Watson. So yes, I know that a lot of us ask ourselves that question. India is a nation with 850 million young people. We're passing through a unique phase in our history of demographic transition. And if there needs to be transformation of India, it needs to come from the young people, because our energy and dynamism, along with the wisdom of the old, can really transform this nation. And our foundation, the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, firmly believes that the panacea to all pressing challenges on the planet is great leadership. And that is why we work with school children across 14 countries, trying to identify, nurture leadership skills, and actually mentor great leaders. And when we talk about leadership skills, we mean 4 basic qualities that we look in all young people, which is leadership, the ability to inspire people, action, which is a lot of what this campaign is about, taking action on good things, but more importantly, ethics and altruism. Because as we talk about competition, it's very important to be ethical and altruistic. And as part of this vision, 10 of us from the foundation started a 15-year movement, a movement for India, which is the Global Citizen India movement, to actually end extreme poverty in India by 2030. That's the timeline we've set for ourselves. And
you made a good start at the Coldplay
yes,
concert, right?
Yes, so the festival was basically a celebration of the work. In the 3-month campaign, we had 2 million young people taking actions. We raised about 43,000 crores in 3 months. That's how much young people can achieve. And I'd like to commend the efforts of NDTV, you, Mr. Chandra, Dr. Roy, for actually starting this campaign. We're very happy that this whole space is broadening. The children are getting more and more platforms to actually go ahead and add their voice to change. And we're very confident. And in fact, we'd like to make a commitment as part of Global Citizen that the best teams, we'd like to celebrate them. We'd like to celebrate them through our platform, through our festivals. We'd like to actually encourage them to do more. And to all you young people, I just want to take 2 minutes. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Being long. But to all the young people out here, I am 22. I am as young as you. And I know that when we see feelings of protectionism, xenophobia around the world, we're scared to engage with a world like that. But let me tell you that today, all of us stand on the crossroads of history, where we can really shape the world if we move forward with hope and faith. So I urge you, I call upon you to actively participate in the Behtar India campaign, to keep taking actions on Global Citizen India, because each action you take is a strong message to everyone who seeks to divide us, that for all our individualism, we're at the end of the day, one people. And I'd like to assure all of you panelists on behalf of the young people out here, because I can speak for them, I know, that if there's a young child, if there's an infant in rural India who loses his life because of lack of a 50 rupee vaccination, it hurts. We're hurt, even if he's not our brother. And the fact that so many people live in poverty, it makes us poorer, even if they're not our families. So friends, keep taking actions, because your actions can really rekindle hope in the lives of those people, that this world has a place for them too. So I'd just like to end with one message, that let's together strive towards a world where everyone, everywhere, can realize their full potential, where the fulfillment of one's dream is determined by the scale of their ambition, hard work, and perseverance, and not by involuntary fate. Many will tell you as you move towards this campaign and that larger dream, that this is utopian, idealistic, I tell you, it's always impossible until it's done. शुरुआत हो तुम, शुरुआत हैं हम, शुरुआत हूं मैं. Change will begin with you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, oops. That was Ayush Bed. Put your hands together for him one more time. And
For a very long time, with all our ignorance, we have been working against it to change the definition of it. But then this is the time when we can actually make a better India, and we can become a better human being. Yeah.
all right, so we're nearly at the end of this, but I have to say 6 months, you need a cleaner India, you need a healthier India, and you need a greener India. And what's one of the best ways of doing that? Harness the power of the young. Unleash the young, get them to help us in doing this. And make it a challenge for them, make it a game for them, make it a contest between them. Because whoever wins or whoever loses, as was just said, at the end of the day, the country will be better off. India will be a better India. And that's what this is all about. So do join in, do register, do log on, do send in your application through other forms. Let's have a lot of fun in doing this, and let's try and make a change. Thank you so much for watching.